IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds. When you come to organic compound name, mainly it contains the three words: prefix, root word, suffix. So mainly it contains prefix, root word, suffix. The prefix will indicate the side chains present on the carbon, that is the organic compound. Root word will indicate the number of continuous carbons present in the chain, and the suffix will indicate the whether compound contains the saturation or unsaturation mainly, and secondary suffix will indicate the what are the different type of the functional groups present in the compound. So prefix is side chains, root word is main chains, that is the number of carbons in the main chain. Primary suffix is whether it is a saturated or unsaturated, and the secondary suffix is whether the compound contains the functional group. So these are the main words present in the organic compound name. For example, let us take this compound 3-methyl butane 2-vol. The compound is the 3-methyl butane 2-vol. So in this, the main chain, that is the, so in this, number of carbons in the continuous chain is 4. This one, CH3, CH, CH, CH3. Depends upon the number of carbons present in the main chain, the root word will comes. Later we will discuss about the what are the different type of the words will come, depends upon the number of carbons. Here the number of carbons present in the main chain is 4. That's why the root word is the but. The root word is but. And prefix, substance, it contains the one CH3. It is called methyl. So that is the, what is that one prefix? Next to primary suffix. Primary suffix is nothing but depends upon the saturation, unsaturation. It is a saturated compound, it will come in. And the secondary suffix depends upon the functional group. Here the functional group is OH, it will be written as OL, like that. So the name of the compound contains these main words: prefix, root word, suffix. Let us come to one by one. Root word. The root word name will be given depends upon the number of carbon atoms present in a continuous longest chain. If any compound contains the branches, in that case you have to select a continuous longest chain, and in that continuous longest chain, how many number of carbons are there? According to that number of carbons, you will give the root word name. For example, in this 3 continuous carbons are there, the root word for this one is prop. In this 4 carbons are there, root word is but. In this 5 carbons are there, root word is pent, like that. So depends upon the number of carbons present in a longest continuous chain. It is not the total number of carbons present in the compound, it is a number of carbons present in a longest chain. Later we will discuss about this one. So just remember here, number of carbons present in a longest chain. Depends upon that one, you are giving the root word name. So these are the different type of the root word names, depends upon the number of carbons present in a longest chain. If the carbon compound contains 1 carbon in longest chain, its root word is meth. 2 carbons eth, 3 carbons prop, 4 carbons but, 5 carbons pent. Like that, giving the root word name depends upon the number of carbons present in the longest chain. This is about the root word. For example, in previous case, the number of carbons present in a continuous chain is 4. That's why given the root word is but. The root word is the but because the number of carbons present in a longest chain is 4. Even though this compound contains the 5 carbons, this carbon is not coming in the longest chain. That's why the root word name is the but. So like that you can select the root word name depends upon the number of carbons present in a longest chain. Next let us come to suffix. Generally the suffix will indicate the whether compound is having the saturation or unsaturation, and also it will indicate the which type of the functional groups are there. Depends upon this one, again the suffix is divided into two types: primary suffix, secondary suffix. Primary suffix will indicate whether the compound is saturated or unsaturated. It will indicate whether compound is having the saturation is nothing but all single bonds or sigma bonds. Unsaturation is nothing but if it is having the double or triple bonds. The primary suffix word will be depends upon the saturation, unsaturation. If it is a saturated compound, the primary suffix word is "ane." These are called alkanes. Saturated compounds are alkanes. The suffix word for alkanes are "ane." If it is having the double bond, the suffix word is "ene." If it is having the triple bond, the suffix word is "ine." Like that. So saturation, unsaturation. It will indicate the saturation and unsaturation. Depends upon this one, you are giving the suffix word name "ane," that is the alkanes, "ene," alkenes, "ine," alkynes. For example, let us come to this example: CH3, CH2, CH3. So number of carbons in the longest chain is 3. That's why the root word is prop. And it is a saturated compound. There is no double and triple bond. It is a saturated compound. That's why the suffix is "ane." By the combination of the root word and suffix, the name of the compound is propane. If there is no branches in the compound, it not contain any prefix. If the compound is not having any branches, the name of the compound should not contain any prefix word. It contains only root word and primary suffix. So in this case, the root word is prop. The number of carbons in the longest chain is 3. That's why the root word is prop. And it is a saturated compound. The suffix is "ane." So the name of the compound is propane. Similarly, let us come to this example: CH3, CH, CH2. The number of carbons in the longest chain is 3. That's why the root word is prop, and it contains the unsaturation, double bond. The double bond suffix word is "ene." That's why it is written as propene. It is a propane because saturated compound. It is the propene, a double bond compound. So root word, suffix. By the combination of the root word suffix, it will give the name of the compound. This is called propane and it is called propene. And when the compound is having the any substrate, that is the functional group. So if the compound is having the any functional group, along with this primary suffix, another word will come in the name, that is the secondary suffix. So when you come to secondary suffix, depends upon the type of the functional group present in that one, you can use the secondary suffix word. For example, carboxylic acid, that is the COOH group is there, the suffix word is oic acid. If the ester is there, the suffix word is OH. If the amide is there, the suffix word is amide. If the nitrile group is there, the suffix word is nitrile. If the aldehyde is there, the suffix word is al. If the ketone is there, the suffix word is one. Like that, you are using the depends upon the type of the functional group present in that one, you are using this suffix compounds. So that means the secondary suffix will be depends upon the functional groups present in the compound. For example, let us come to this example. The compound is the 3-methyl butane 2-ol. That means here root word is but because it contains the 4 carbons in the longest chain, and the primary suffix is "-ane" because it is a alkane, and the secondary suffix is "-ol". What is the secondary suffix of your writing? It contains the OH group, alcohol. The alcohol, when it is having the alcohol functional group, the secondary suffix will come. The secondary suffix for the alcohol is "-ol". And when you are writing this secondary suffix, generally you have to remove this E in the primary suffix. In place of the E, you can write the secondary suffix word. That means when you are writing here, you are writing as a AN, not ANE. You have to remove the E. In place of the E, you have to write the secondary suffix. If the secondary suffix is having the different positions, it may contain second position, sometimes it may contain first position. If the different positions are possible, in that case you have to indicate the where it is located, either second carbon, first carbon, or like that. So to indicate that one, you are writing the 2 number. The OH is present at the second carbon. So the compound is butane 2-ol. So it is a butane 2-ol. It contains the one substituent also. The substituent will be given by using the prefix word. Later we will discuss about that one. So secondary suffix will come when a compound contains the functional group. These are the suffix names, depends upon the different type of the functional groups. For example, same example, CH3, CH2, CH2OH. The number of carbons in the longest chain is 3. That's why the root word is prop. And it is a alkane, that is the unsaturated compound. The primary suffix is "-ane", and secondary suffix is "-ol" because it is a alcohol. The total name of the compound is propane 1-ol. The total name of the compound is propane 1-ol. So because OH is present on the first carbon, it may contain second carbon. If the OH is present in the second carbon, the name will be given as propane 2-ol. 2 possibilities are there, that's why you have to indicate the number also. So it is a propane, what is that one? 1-ol. The name of the compound is propane 1-ol, and it will be written as 1-propanol. 1-propanol. Okay, next let us come to prefix word. So generally the prefix word will be used to indicate the side chains, substituents, and low priority functional groups. Low priority functional groups are nothing but when compound contains the 2 or more than functional groups, one functional group will be selected as a main functional group, and another functional groups will be treated as a low priority groups, or these are the substituents. One is the main functional group, and another all functional groups will be treated as substituents only. In that case, you can use the prefix word for that one. The prefix will be used to indicate the side chains, substituents, and low priority functional groups. The prefix word, for example, if it is the CH3, you can write as methyl, CH2, CH3, ethyl, CH2, CH2, CH3, propyl, butyl, chloro, alkoxo, nitro. If it is OH, it will be written as hydroxy. If it is COOH, it will be written as carboxylic acid. So like that, you can use the prefix word to indicate the substituents or side chains present in the compound. For example, let us take the CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3. In this, the main chain is this one. Total number of carbons present in the main chain is 5. The root word is pent, and it is a saturated one. There is no unsaturation. That's why the primary suffix is "-ane", and it contains the OH functional group. So alcohol functional group. Secondary suffix is "-ol", and it contains one substituent. So that is the methyl CH3 substituent. The prefix word for the methyl is CH3. That is the prefix word for the CH3 is methyl. So The prefix is the methyl, root word is the pent, primary suffix is "-ane", secondary suffix is "-ol". But when you are writing the name of the compound, you have to indicate the location of the substance as well as main functional group. So to locate that one, you have to give the numbering. When you are going to give the numbering, here also having the rules to give the numbering. When you are going to give the numbering, there is a two possibilities. You can give from this side or you can give from this side. But when you are going to give the numbering, the functional group should get the lowest number. For example, if you are giving from this side, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The functional group will get the 4 number. But if you are giving from this side, it is getting only 2 number. That is the first priority. The functional group should get the least number. From that side only you have to give the numbering. That's why I am giving the number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So according to that one you have to give the number. The OL is present at the second carbon, you are writing 2, and the substance methyl is present at the third carbon, you are writing 3 here. So the total name of the compound is 3-methyl pentane 2-ol. Okay, next let us come to simple steps to write a name of the organic compound. So these are the steps you have to follow to write the organic compound name. So what are the steps? First you have to find the main chain. What is the meaning of the main chain? Longest continuous chain present in a compound. Main chain is nothing but longest continuous chain. For example, in this I am taking this as a longest continuous chain. It contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. If you take this as a chain, it contains only 4 carbons. That's why like that you have to count where the more number of continuous chain is there. You have to search the multiple ways to find the longest continuous chain. So the longest continuous chain is here 5 carbons. So after that you have to find the number of carbons in the longest continuous chain. So that is the number of carbons in the longest continuous chain is 5. According to that one you have to give the root word. And after that identify the functional groups. If any functional group is there, you have to identify next. This compound is not having any functional group, that's why there is no second prefix word. After that you have to identify the saturation or unsaturation. So that means there is no functional groups, only saturation, unsaturation. It is a saturated compound. You can write the suffix word, that is the primary suffix word is "-ane". And after that you have to identify the substance and their positions. So substance, here it is having the CH3. So when it is having substance, you have to give the numbering. So same thing, there is two possibilities are there to give the numbering. You can give the numbering from this side or this side. Which side you have to select? You have to select the side where the substance is getting the least number, lowest number. So for example, from this side 1, 2, 3. From this side 1, 2, 3. Same number you are getting means you can write the numbering from any side, from this side or this side. You will get the same name. That means 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that means identify the substance and their positions. And if more than one substance are there, you have to write that in the alphabetical order. This compound contains only one. For example, if contain the methyl and ethyl, you have to write the ethyl first followed by the methyl. You have to write all the substance in the alphabetical order. If more than one identical substance are there, in that you have to use the di, tri, tetra. If the 2 methyl groups are there, you have to write dimethyl. If the 3 methyl groups are there, you have to write trimethyl, like that. So later we will discuss about this in the examples. And after that you have to write the full name. That means start from the prefix, root word and suffix. So here in this example 3-methyl, not 2-methyl, it is a 3-methyl. It is 3-methyl because the methyl is present at the third carbon, 3-methyl, and root word is the pent, and alkane suffix is the ane. So total name of the compound is 3-methyl pentane. So like that, you have to follow these steps to find the name of the compound. First you have to find out the longest chain, that is the longest continuous chain is called main chain, and according to that one you have to give the name, that is the root word, identify the functional groups and saturation, unsaturation, identify the substance, and according to this one you have to give the numbering to the main chain, and after that if the more than one substance are there you have to write that in the alphabetical order. If same identical groups are more than one is there, you have to use the di, tri, tetra words before that one, and after that by combining these all words we will get the name of the compound. Next, let us come to example. Same thing, you have to follow the same steps to write a name of the organic compound. What is the first step? Find the main chain in nothing but longest continuous chain. To find the longest continuous chain, start from any ending, from here or from here or from here or from here, like that you have to start the any ending, and you continuously have to go to the other end, and which chain is giving the longest chain or more number of carbons is the main chain. For example, let us take this chain, total number of carbons 6. If you take this chain, total number of carbons 6. If you take another chain, this one also total number of carbons 6. So if you take this chain also total number of carbons 6. So 6 carbon chains, total 4 are there. There is no 7 carbons are like that chain, only 6 carbons, maximum number of carbons are 6 only. If more than one main chains are there, in that case you have to select one of the chain as a parent chain. Which chain you have to select? The chain which contain the more number of substituents. For example, if you take this chain, total 2 substituents are there. Not only this one, if you select any chain in this example, you will get the 2 substituents only. If you are getting the same number of substituents in any chain, you can take any one of the chain as a parent chain. I am taking this chain as a parent chain. So like that, first you have to find the main chain or parent chain, and after that, so numbering will be later. The numbering will be given according to the substance and functional groups. Next you have to identify what are the functional groups are there on the main chain. So there is no functional groups, only substituents are there. And after that you have to identify the substituents. That means the second step is you have to identify the functional groups and the substituents. And after that you have to give the numbering. So how to give the numbering? When you are giving the numbering, the substituents or functional group will get the least number. For example, if you are giving from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you are getting the 2 and 4. If you are giving from this side 1, 2, 3. So this side the substituent is second carbon, from this side the substituent is third carbon. So this is the wrong way and this is the correct way to give the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we will get the number for the substituents. And after that you have to write the substituents in the alphabetical order. What it may be number, you have to write the alphabetical order. What is the alphabetical order? You have to write first ethyl followed by the methyl. So alphabetical order means first write the ethyl group followed by the methyl group. So when you are writing these substituents, you have to mention the number also. Which carbon it is there, on which carbon it is attached. Means 4-ethyl. The compound is 4-ethyl. It is 2-methyl. So on 4th carbon ethyl is there. second carbon methyl is there. 4 ethyl, 2 methyl. After that, parent chain name. Total 6 carbons are there. The root word is pent. So 4 ethyl, 2 methyl, pent, and it is a alkane. There is no unsaturation, only saturation is there. That's why the primary suffix is ane. The total name of compound is 4 ethyl, 2 methyl, hexane. 4 ethyl, 2 methyl, hexane. So this is the total name of the compound. Let us come to one more example. So it is a complicated compound, long chain compound. So same thing, first you have to select the parent chain. So here it is having the total 2 long chains, 7 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When it is having the more than one, which chain you have to select as a parent chain? You have to select the chain which contain the more number of substrains. For example, if we select this as a parent chain, how many substrains are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It contains the total 4 substrains. If you are selecting this one, as a parent chain, you are getting 1, 2, 3 only. So this total will consider as a substrate. So that means, so this chain contain the 4 substrates and this chain contain the 3 substrates. That's why you have to select this state chain as a parent chain. You have to select this state chain as a parent chain. So in this example, this is the parent chain. This is the parent chain. After the parent chain, you have to give the numbering. Same thing, you can give the numbering from this side or this side. If you are giving the numbering, the substrate is at the second carbon. If you are giving numbering from here, 1, 2, 3. The substrate is present at the third carbon. That's why the correct numbering is from this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After that, it contains the 3 methyl groups, 1 propyl group. So 3 methyls and 1 propyl. You have to write this in the alphabetical order. According to the alphabetical order, first you have to write the methyls followed by the propyl. So where the methyls are located? Second carbon, third carbon, fifth carbon. So there you are write the 2, 3, 5. Total 3 are there. That's why you have to write the trimethyl. So that means total 3 methyls are there. 2, 3, 5 trimethyl, and after that you have to write the propyl. It is present at the 4 position. Write the 4 propyl. After the substance, next you have to write the parent chain. Parent chain name is the 7 carbons are there. That is the heptane. So hepta, and it is alkane. The total name of the compound is heptane. So that means it is 2, 3, 5 trimethyl 4 pentyl heptane. The name of the compound is 2, 3, 5 trimethyl 4 pentyl heptane. Come to one more example. This example contains functional group. That is the OH functional group. This one. Same rules. First you have to select the longest chain. This is the longest chain in this compound. Total number of carbons present in the longest chain is the 5. Number of carbons are 5. And here one more rule. The longest chain should contain the functional group. So you have to select the longest chain which includes the functional group. That compulsory you have to follow. So total number of carbons are 5. And when you are going to give the numbering, so if it is having the functional group, you have to give the numbering from where the functional group is getting the lowest number. The first priority will goes to the functional group only. That's why the numbering should be given from the side where the functional group is getting the lowest number. So when you are giving the numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the functional group is getting second position. from this side 1, 2, 3, 4. It will get the 4 from this side. That's why the correct way to give the numbering is from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After the giving the numbering, next to find out the substituents. Only one substituent is there, methyl, and this is the functional group. First you have to write the substituent name, that is the 3-methyl. The compound is 3-methyl, and 2, what is that one? The suffix word will be written as the last 2. After that you have to write the root word. So what is the root word? Pentane, pentane, 2 whole. Already wrote here 2. There is no need to write the number here. If you write the number here, no need to write here. If you write the number here, no need to write here. You can write the 2 ways: 3-methyl 2-pentanol, or you can write the 3-methyl pentane 2 whole. So you can write the number here, or you can write the number here. You can write the, so name 2 types: 3-methyl 2-pentanol, or you can write the 3-methyl pentane 2 whole. This is the name of the compound. Okay, come to one more example which contains the 2 functional groups. So already I told the, when a compound contains the 2 functional groups, one functional group is treated as a functional group, another functional group is treated as a substituent. So which is treated as functional group and which is treated as substituent, that is depends upon the priority. So that means this is the priority of the compound, that is the functional groups. Carboxylic acid will goes to highest priority, alkyl halides will goes to least priority. Like that you have to give the, what is that one, priority. According to that priority, you have to select which one is the functional group and which one is the substituent. So in this example, one is the OH and another one is the NH2. So what is that one? Amine and alcohol is there. So when you come to the alcohol and what is that one? Amine. So amine and alcohol. Alcohol is having the highest priority than amine group. So that means here alcohol is treated as a functional group and amine is treated as a substituent. So when you are using the amine is a substituent, you can use the prefix word for the amine, and when you are using alcohol as a functional group, you can use the suffix word for the alcohol. So that means OH is the functional group and NH2 is the substituent. When you are going to give the numbering, the functional group should get the least number. That's why you are giving the numbering from this side: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So name of the compound 5-amino. At the 5th position, ammonia is there. That's why the name of the compound is 5-amino. Total number of carbons in the parent chain is 6. Hexane, and OH is present in the 3rd position. You are writing 3 whole. 5-amino hexane 3 whole. So you cannot write the compound name like this. You can write the compound name like this. So 5-amino hexane 3 whole. So what is the wrong here? The functional group should get the least number. When you are giving the numbering, the functional group should get the least number, even though substituent is present in the lowest number. When you are giving the numbering from this side, you are getting the 2 only substituent. But in that case, the functional group is getting 4 number. So the numbering is given from the side where the functional group is getting the lowest number. That is the correct way. So this is the compound name 5-amino hexane 3 whole. Thank you.